Alrighty, let's take a look at this question. So, when rationalized, the expression 1 over 3 minus root 2 has the form of, and then that's the answer part. We won't worry about that yet. Main thing is we want to rationalize. So, because there's two terms in the denominator, to rationalize, you're not going to just simply multiply by root 2, because if we do, the 3 then would have a root 2. So, and whatever we multiply by, we have to multiply the top and the bottom, so we're not changing the value of our expression then, because it would just be like multiplying by 1 essentially. So what we do in this situation when you have two terms is multiply by the conjugate, which means the same two terms, 3 and root 2, but with the opposite sign in between. So in this case, plus is opposite of the minus. So we multiply the bottom by 3 plus root 2, that's its conjugate, and of course we have to multiply the top by exactly the same thing, so 3 plus root 2. Now we're going to multiply this out. So on top, just 1 times that would just be 3 plus root 2. On the bottom, we're going to have to FOIL, meaning multiply the first, which would be 9. Multiply the outside, 3 times root 2 would be 3 root 2. But take a look, if you multiply the inside terms together, you get negative 3 root 2. So negative root 2 times 3 would be negative 3 root 2. And those would just equal 0. So we don't tend to multiply the outside and inside with conjugates because we know they're going to cancel off. All right, now on to the last. Negative root 2 times positive root 2 would be negative, negative times positive, and then root 2 times root 2 is root 4, and the square root of 4 is just 2, so I'm going to write that as just a 2. All right, so in the denominator we have 9 minus 2. Okay, we could simplify that a little bit. So numerator pretty much stays the same. I mean, we'd want to look at that radical, that square root of 2. Now, 2 is a pretty small number, so no simplifying necessary. But if we could, like if it was root 24, we'd break it down into root 4, root 6, and then 2 root 6. But we do not have that. On the bottom, 9 minus 2 is 7. And that looks like the form they mentioned, a plus root b over c. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so a looks like it would be the 3. B would be the thing under the root, so 2. And then c in the denominator would be 7. So what do they want? Just the values of a, b, and c in that order? Yep. So we would write in this order 3, 2, and 7 would be our answer. Alrighty, I hope that helped.